Hello and welcome to Intriguing a Mother's Burden. My name is Omolola, and first off, as usual, I want to say thank you so much to everybody that commented, that shared, that called, that sent me text messages. I really appreciate you all. It means so much to me, so much to me. I will always say that. And at least I know I have some mothers back up that I am not alone. Yes, I am not alone. Yes, I can do the dance. Yes, I am not alone. Yes, I am not alone in this work, and it's exciting, you know. And last week we shared one of our mother's value. And the lady we spoke with said she instilled in her children, even from womb, the value of love. And I got a very important text message from someone. She said, that was very beautiful, but how do we instill the value of love in our children? And that's made the flash bulb go, and then I asked myself, the value of love. How do you share and instill the value of love with your children? You see, every time mothers will think, oh, we're teaching our children to love, we're teaching them this, we're teaching them that, you know, but how are we able to teach them this very important value? Because this value is very, very important. I have to say it. That is the most important thing. Love covers all, you know. And then I went back to my manual, and I know some people will be wondering, what's a manual? That's my secret. But in my manual, I found in my manual what love is. And I'm just going to say one part of that, one part of what my manual said, and then we'll continue from that. And in my manual, it says, love is patient. That is the first thing my manual said. I don't know what other manual any other person used, but the manual I use says, the first word it said is, love is patient. And that makes me take a minute break and I ask myself, what is patient? And what does it mean to be patient? So you know what I did? I went on Google, and guess what Google said? Google said patience is the ability to tolerate and to accept delays, problems, or suffering without becoming annoyed or anxious. That is what patience said. Without complaining, without being unnecessarily anxious, even when it's necessary, you know, without intolerable personality. So patience means you have to be able to tolerate. You need to have an accepting and tolerating personality. You have to be able to accommodate others, even with their sufferings, with their problems, even when they're delaying you. You have to be able to tolerate them without being anxious or annoyed or irritable. And that is another thing my manual talked about. Love is not irritable. But my focus today, stay focused. My focus today is patience. And after knowing the meaning of patience, the meaning of patience is the ability to accept and tolerate problems, sufferings, without becoming annoyed or anxious. How often, because I asked myself, how often have I tolerated my children? Even in their silliness, or even when they do some childish stuff. How often have I looked at them and said, you know what, I think they're children, I should just let it slide? How often have I been so anxious with them, like, I need you to get this done now. If you don't get it done, you know, I yell at them, I spank them unnecessarily, I talked them down and make them feel unworthy. Knowing the meaning of patience and looking at myself as a mother, I asked myself, if I have to instill the value of love in my child, I have to start with myself as a mother. And that's why when I did my first vlog, I said this is a journey that we all have to hold our hands and walk together. We have to walk together on this journey, and we have to work it out as mothers. How patient are you as a mother? How much are you able to tolerate that child that you think is too slow? That child that you think it's not responding to you as fast and as quick as you want him or her to respond to you? How often have you been able to accommodate her childishness, her or his childishness? How often have you been able to overlook some of the annoying things your child does? I'm guilty of that. Most of the time, I think I don't have enough patience with that. But then, you know what? Sometimes when I'm in that zone, the impatient zone, my daughter have a way of sneaking up to me and asking me, Mommy, do you understand what patience is at all? And you know, sincerely, when she said that, it makes me retrace my step. And then I have to go back and apologize and say, you know what? I think you're right. I should be more patient with you because you're only a child. Even though I don't tell her most of the time that she's only a child. I don't want her to live in that world forever. But then she's only a child. How often are we able to tolerate and accept and accommodate their childishness without getting annoyed or anxious? Well, as a mother, how many times have you spanked your child? How many times have you spanked your child because your child did something that you should have been patient with, or you could be patient with him or her? How many times have you talked your child down? How many times have you, as a mother, patiently sat with your child and asked your child why he or she did what she did? How many times have you patiently sat with your child to go through that homework, that schoolwork with your child? How many times as a parent have you asked your child how his or her day is going? You see, all of these things we do, we think they don't monitor, they don't observe it. But I'm telling you sincerely, children are very sensitive. We are their first classroom. We are their teachers. The things we teach them from home exceed outside the home, and that is what they do when they get out there. If you're not patient with them in the home, I'm telling you, when they get out there, they won't be patient. And somebody that is not patient cannot understand love, cannot understand that for you to love someone, you have to be patient with that person. For you to love someone, you have to have an understanding that this person might not be at my level, so I have to wait patiently for that person and bring that person up to par with me. I want to leave us with this for this week. Look inward and ask yourself as a mother, am I patient enough to instill the value of love in my child? And with that, I will be saying, have a very, very beautiful rest of your week. And don't forget, leave me a message, send me a text message, or shoot me an email. I really would appreciate to hear from you. My email is Lola, L-O-L-A, .zenith, Z-E-N-I-T-H, @yahoo.com. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day. Bye.